A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. We eat so many shrimp. I got iodine partners.
My bitch a choosing lover, never fuck without a rubber. Never in the sheets like it on top of the cover. Money on the dresser, drive a compressor. Top notch hoes, get the most, not the lesser. Trash like the fuck for $40 in the club. Fucking up the game, bitch, it gets no love. She be cross country, giving all that she got. 1,000 a pop, I'm pulling business off the lot. I smashed up the gray one, bought me a red. Every time we hit the parking lot, we turn head. Some hoes wanna choose, but them bitches too scary. Your bitch chose me, you ain't a pimp, you a fairy.
A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. We eat so many shrimp. I got iodine partners.
Baby, you been rolling solo, time to get down with the team. The grass is greener on that other side. If you know what I mean, I show you shit you never seen. The 7 wonders of the world. And I can make you the 8th if you wanna be my girl. I say my girl, I don't mean my woman, that ain't my style. Need a real street stalker, walk a green mile. You piling up the paper on the dining room table, cause you able to realize I'm the truth and not a fable. Baby, rockin' Russian sable, keep that chiller on the rack. What I look like with some $1,000 shit up on my back. I'm $1 million man, they need $1 billion bitch. Put my pimpin' in your life, watch your daddy get rich. Easy as ABC, simple as 1, 2, 3. Get down with UGK, Pimp CBU with B. Cause what's a hoe with no pimp, and what's a pimp with no hoe? Don't be a lame, you know the game and how it goes. We try to get chose.
A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. A pimp, not a simp. We eat so many shrimp. I got iodine partners.
All right. Hello, everybody. It is Artie of Artie's Corporate Fiction. Good to have you guys on. Happy Friday to you all. I apologize ahead of time. The stream with Nat went on a little bit longer. We were actually starting to get to some of the good stuff in the Murdoch trial. So I apologize ahead of time. So welcome all of you. Today we're going to take a look at I feel like it's been a minute since I've actually focused on a First Amendment auditor. And yeah, I have to give a shout out to the Frog UK. I can't remember his full username. Frog UK Transparency. I think a lot of you guys know who he is. He had a video up that kind of reminded me of this character named Direct D. He's an auditor who doesn't like to be called an auditor. Self-describes himself as free press. So the problem that I had with him when the Frog highlighted one of his videos, and then it led to another video that he had earlier today. And the problem that I had with this is that he's not exactly being forthright with the court. So I want to actually go, because I actually had already focused. I had talked about him in a previous stream last year. It was a while ago. I want to actually go to that old video so that we can get a refresher of what kind of character this guy is. But he also makes a couple of statements that are going to be relevant to his most recent court appearances that we're also going to take a look at. So with that, let's go ahead and do this. This took place in last September, I believe. Right. There we go. And this was a sentencing hearing for a number of charges that he got hooked up on. So he's already been found guilty. Now we're at the sentencing hearing.
my turn?
Mr. Ruff, this is your opportunity to speak if you wish to do so. You don't have to make any statement, obviously, as you are aware.
Oh, we're on the record. I'm going to make some statements.
No, I understand, Mr. Ruff. I expected that you did, but I just wanted to let you know that you don't have to speak, but if you choose to speak, now would be that time, sir.
Excellent. So we're talking about jail. Jail, inappropriate. There's no victims in any of these cases. Police officers cannot be victims of a crime unless they were injured or robbed from. So jail is kind of out of the question. Besides, I'm about to have a baby in the next couple days. I'm the sole provider of my household, so.
And right off the bat, remember what he just said there. I'm about to have a baby, and I am the sole provider of my household. That's going to be very, very important in the next couple of videos. I'm gonna back it up with another 5 seconds.
Victims of a crime unless they were injured or robbed from. So jail is kind of out of the question. Besides, I'm about to have a baby in the next couple days. I'm the sole provider of my household, so jail would be immoral for a judge in your position to sentence somebody like me to. I think that your rulings have been erroneous and outside of the Constitution of the United States. I think you are operating outside of your oath of loyalty office to the United States Constitution and the Arizona.
By the way, this is all audio. This is just a screen that he has on his video. It's all audio. So that's what he looks like right there, right behind Manny.
Constitution. I think the prosecutor has made false claims against me that I'm aware of my actions being illegal, that I did things intentionally. Those are claims with no basis to them, no foundation and no proof, but yet here we are on the record and you're allowing a prosecutor to make those claims. So whatever. I don't personally care what you sentence me to. I'm appealing everything today, so it's going to freeze whatever you sentence me to, and we're just going to kick it to a higher court. Because clearly this one is corrupt. Your strings are being pulled by somebody else outside of this city or in the city. Maybe the city council. Chris Brady's maybe telling you what to do.
It's the deep state. The Matrix has him.
Maybe your judges or friends with the police out on the street. You think I'm harassing people. You think I'm doing things because I'm allowed to do it or I want to do it. It's the First Amendment. I am allowed to walk around and film things. I am allowed to swear in front of a police officer in a close proximity. It's called the First Amendment, freedom of speech and protest. You cannot criminalize that, but here we are in a joke municipal court and you just criminalized it and you're about to sentence me. So have fun. You guys are both traitors to the Constitution and the United States. Sentence me to whatever you want. I'm appealing it. I'll go pay for the record and walk out of here. This is going to go to an appellate court. It's going to go to the Supreme Court. It's going to go to the Superior Court. I have money and time. I'm not going to just stick around and be on probation or go to jail. I did absolutely nothing wrong. You allowed fake evidence to be introduced. You allowed the prosecutor to make false statements during trial. So many mistakes were made.
Mr. Ruff, I appreciate the fact that you are going to appeal. That is certainly your right.
Absolutely.
I would like you to...
What?
Well, that's fine. I was hoping that you would confine your arguments to what you believe your sentence should be.
I don't care what the sentence is going to be. I'm going to appeal it. I'm never going to do the time.
All right.
Judges that are actual judges, not appointed fake judges that can't represent anybody, are going to make real decisions on your mistakes. People are going to know that you guys tried to fuck with me in court.
Mr. Ruff, I'm going to ask that you refrain from the statements that you are making from your obscenities here in this court in your use of language. You're in a courtroom.
Okay.
I'm not going to allow you to use that kind of language.
That's First Amendment.
Mr. Ruff, no, you don't have a right to go into
I
court.
don't have a First Amendment right in court.
Mr. Ruff, you have a First Amendment right. You don't have a right to go into court and disrespect the court.
Saying fuck is not disrespectful,
Mr.
sir.
Ruff, if you do it again, you may be going to jail today. Do you understand this?
Oh, I absolutely understand.
Because I have the power to hold you in contempt, which I do not want to do. I'm asking you to refrain from using that sort of language in a courtroom. It's not appropriate, Mr. Ruff. You may think that it's appropriate to come in and use that sort of language in a courtroom, but it is not, sir.
So you would abuse your authority if I exercise my right. It's an abuse of authority.
To please refrain from using that kind of language in the courtroom.
You're supposed to be impartial and fair. I'm using a word to emphasize my sentences, which is a First Amendment protected right. I can do that.
You are entitled to do that. You're not allowed to swear and use obscenities in court because you are upset. or
Cohen
because
v.
you're
California would disagree with you.
And Cohen v. California would disagree with you. Cohen v. California talks about the fact that the situation in Cohen v. California was that the individual. What the hell was that? What the hell is that music? I don't know what that music is.
Agree with you.
Okay.
Wait, why is it playing again?
Rough,
Oh, for God's sake.
Around and be on probation or go to jail. I did absolutely nothing wrong. You allowed fake evidence.
All right, while we're catching up to what he said, yeah, we're back. Yeah, while we're catching up, what I was going to say is that in Cohen v. California, the defendant wore a jacket that had on it F the draft, and he was at a courtroom, or at a courthouse, I should say. And while he was at the courthouse, people were objecting to the statement that he said, and but the court noted, and the court struck down the ordinance that found that held him it was like a disorderly conduct or something of that nature. The court struck that law down, but in their reasoning, they noted time, place, and manner, and they also noted that when the defendant was in a courtroom, he actually took off the jacket and placed it on his person so that nobody could actually see the words. And the court noted that he was not actually held in contempt while he was in the courtroom. It was only until he left the courtroom and it was in the hallway of the courthouse that he was ultimately arrested. So that tells me, even though that was a footnote and so it was dicta, that tells me that the Cohen court clearly understood that there are appropriate that judges are permitted to set rules of decorum in their courtroom, which could invariably include prohibiting foul language, obscenities, and so on.
I understand your argument, Mr. DeMoy, but I think when you talk about your client changing his behavior, clearly the display of what is continuing shows that he doesn't want to change his behavior. It's very clear. Mr. Ruff, the court takes into consideration in your case, I know, Mr. Ruff, that I have to look at it, and I have looked at it, Mr. Ruff. I'm aware that you actually pled guilty. You didn't go to trial, you pled guilty to armed robbery.
Because I was wrong. You're right. I did it.
And you went to, hang on, Mr. Ruff.
Yeah, also, he's a convicted felon.
My turn now. I'm going to ask that you refrain from speaking. I let you speak. Now you need to be quiet.
Okay.
You went to 7 years of DOC. You were placed on 3 years of probation subsequent to that.
You guys are going to sentence me to jail. Great.
In terms of the First Amendment, I think the prosecution is correct in their statements, Mr. Ruff, that the police, really their concern is, one, it can be the safety of themselves and safety of others, especially when they're trying to do investigations. And the fact that you would have just shown up and recorded is one thing. The fact that you would retort and say the things you did is another. You escalated things. You escalated things, and you did it purposely and you did it intentionally.
Are you making claims from the bench?
Mr. Ruff, I'm asking you to refrain.
Making claims from the bench.
Mr. Ruff, I'm asking you to refrain. Are you wanting me to find you in contempt?
Honestly, you already should have.
I'm not asking you to do
I'm
anything.
asking you to be quiet.
Okay.
You went beyond that. The video that I looked at it several times, where you approached the officers and would yell in their faces and say the things you did, especially when there was a group of people, and I could see the officer walking away, and it was clear that the officer had concerns for his safety, which they're taught to do anytime there's a group like this involved. They are trained and taught to be aware of their surroundings. And things were escalating. And Mr. Ruff, I think what is really clear is, you may not recall, I recall, I remember the things that you said in your closing statement here. And I think you believe that that is constitutionally protected speech, and I'm going to
And there was much rejoicing.
disagree with you. And I won't repeat what you said, but when you look to the officer in this courtroom at closing, and when you said what you said you could do.
Thank you, Vintage, for the
I
344
disagree
super
with you.
chat.
And I respectfully disagree with you. And I thought long and hard about how do we change this person's behavior. Mr. Ruff, you are an intelligent person. You're about to be a father. I don't know if you have any other children, but certainly you are about to be a father. And I don't know what it is, Mr. Ruff. I don't know if you are, and I can't necessarily understand, because I haven't been in that position, but I know that sometimes when people serve time, I can tell you from being a private defense attorney for more than 20 years, representing people who have committed the most egregious of crimes, I know sometimes imprisonment can change people, and sometimes not necessarily in a good way. And I don't know if there is some of this still in terms of the system. And I know that police officers sometimes don't do the right thing. I'm certainly one who would understand that, sitting in the position I did for all those years. But your conduct, Mr. Ruff, goes to another level. It just went to another level in these cases. It incited the crowd, and I understand that you may be doing this for recording purposes, and there is no problem with you merely showing up and recording. That's never an issue. It's what you do while you're recording. It's getting into the faces of these individuals, inciting the crowd, and that's what I saw in the last case. I thought it was egregious. You could clearly tell the officer was concerned as he was walking back to his car. So while there is a First Amendment right, Mr. Ruff, sometimes when you're placed on probation, you lose your rights. And our courts are clear about that. You lose certain rights. Just like when you are locked up in DOC, you lose that right to be in public because of the crime that you committed. So this is what I'm going to do, Mr. Ruff.
Thank you so much, Dracandros, for the five gifted memberships.
In the case of 2021-048968, that is the case of failure to obey a police officer. You were found guilty of that matter. I'm giving you 90 days of jail. 90 days of jail will be postponed.
And there was much rejoicing.
So 90 days, he's sentenced to 90 days of jail, 90 days postponed, or 90 days suspended.
I'm placing you on probation for 24 months.
But given 2 years probation.
You are directed to do counseling. I'm sending you to Prodigy Healthcare to do counseling. You are to contact them within 2 business days to set up that counseling.
He does. I apologize ahead of time, but he laughs like the Joker. And it's kind of messed up. So I apologize ahead of time. So I don't know if you guys heard that. It was very low. But this is also very important for the next videos. I'm gonna up the volume as much as I can for these last 5 seconds. And Nat, thank you for the redirect. I guess it's the YouTube's equivalent of a raid, but Nat, thank you so much.
2 business days to set up that counseling.
So here you hear him just say, "I'm going to make $5,000 off that recording." So so that's another important piece of information to note for the next video.
In the case of 2021-043799, I am not going to place you on probation for that criminal trespass case. However, Mr. Ruff, in light of the fact that I know you had a total of 6 cases, and I realize that 2 of them were dismissed, so I'm not taking those into consideration, but the fact that you continue to pick up these cases, and that your behavior hasn't been changed or modified, I do believe that jail time is warranted, Mr. Ruff. It's based upon your prior criminal history. It's based upon the number of cases that you picked up in this court. It's based upon the conduct that you continue to show and the disdain that you continue to show, not only this court, but others. For that reason, Mr. Ruff, I did find you guilty. I'm imposing 5 days of jail.
That's it.
Those 5 days are straight time.
So for one of the other charges, he's getting 5 days of jail. I feel like it's not enough, but it is what it is.
There's no 2 for
Nowhere near enough.
1. That jail time will be concurrent in the case ending in 2021-063-564.
That's it. Could do 10.
In the case of 2021-063-564, court does enter a judgment of guilt for that criminal trespass charge. I am placing you on probation in that matter for 12 months. I am giving you 5 days of jail. Again, those 5 days of jail will run, it'll be a straight time, no 2 for 1. That will run concurrent with the 5 days of jail in 2021-043.
So are the security guards in the back meant to intimidate me, Your Honor? Is that why they're here?
In the case of 2021-071-040, Mr. Ruff, I'm placing you on probation. Court does enter a judgment of guilt of offensive disorderly conduct as a Class 1 misdemeanor and trespassing as a Class 1 misdemeanor. 180 days of jail, 180 days will be suspended, 3 years of probation, and I am ordering counseling. I am ordering that you do anger management. On the trespass charges, 30 days jail, 30 days suspended, 12 months probation. That, and Mr. Ruff.
So in all of these, except for the 5 days, all of his jail sentences have been suspended pending probation. Again, honestly, given his attitude, I feel like the judge needed to give him more than this. But
As to the matters that you are being placed on probation for, and the failure to obey a police officer, and in this matter, Mr. Ruff, as a term and condition of your probation, I'm directing that you shall not go to areas where the Mesa Police Department are conducting an investigation, that you shall not record any members of the Mesa Police Department while you are on probation.
so the judge is adding this caveat here, this additional term of probation, that he's basically not allowed to do his First Amendment auditor stuff while on probation. As much as I hate, this guy, I've seen his channel. I'm trying to not curse, but he's not a good. He's a piece of work. There we go. He's a complete piece of work. I don't know if that could actually stand up to a challenge. I don't know. Well, it's Ed2276. He already said that he well, that's true. Danny says it's just with the Mesa Police, which is true. It's limited to that. So he could audit other police departments, which may explain why he's in this current his current predicament, because this is when we fast forward to the next video, it's with Tempe police. Or Tempe. I can't remember how it's pronounced. And I know Danny's gonna smack me for getting it wrong. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, that's right. Sean says that after this, he went on to audit every other department in Arizona. So
That is the order of this court. And I know, Mr. Ruff, that you believe that you have a First Amendment right, and people do have rights to record. But when you violate those rights in the nature and the way that you did, Mr. Ruff, I believe it is an appropriate term of probation.
Tempe?
Given
Okay.
the nature and the contact that you had with the officers and the things that you were saying to them. And again, this is in light especially of the last case where I watched that video over and over of your conduct and what you did.
Hurt your
And so
feelings.
for that reason, Mr. Ruff, If you violate these terms and conditions of probation, please understand that there is a substantial amount of jail time hanging over your head, sir. I do not want to impose that jail. I want you to change your behaviors. That's the whole
Gotcha.
point of this, Mr. Ruff, and it doesn't seem like you are interested in doing that. I'm certainly hoping, sir, that you would take into account that, one, you did say that you're going to be a father soon again, and I'm hoping that you would take that into account, and that somehow, sir, that you would change your behaviors and see that this is just, it's not conducive to yourself, sir, in terms of Mr. Ruff, the courts don't want to lock you up. I know that you feel that somehow
Okay.
this is what's happening, Mr. Ruff. I was really hoping that you would come in here today with a different attitude.
This is a joke.
I understand that you feel that way, Mr. Ruff.
You're sensitive about my language,
and
your
there-
sensibilities.
and Mr. Ruff, there isn't anything I can do to change it, and I'm realizing that as I'm sitting here.
33.
So, so there isn't anything else that I can say to you, Mr. Ruff. So those are the orders of this court. You do have a right to appeal these decisions, which I know you will. You must file that notice of appeal within 14 days of today's date, or you will lose that right forever.
Right.
Mr. Ruff, can you give me a date and time that you want to start serving your 5 days of jail? Understanding that it'll be, that you are going to appeal it, but I still need the date and time that you're going to start your jail sentence, sir.
I'm not going to give any date and time to anything. I'm going to appeal this today, so you can, I mean, let's set it out for 15 days. How about that? 10 days at the end of the appeal process, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to go right over and appeal it right now, so whatever you write in your little booklet there, it doesn't matter, it's going to get frozen. I'm sorry I hurt your sensibilities about my bad language, by the way. I didn't mean to offend you so sensitively. This is America.
And there was much rejoicing.
He can take it for $5. Why do they think this is some gainful employment when they know it's a grift? I think they
Just realize that.
traders. I think these kinds of guys. Well, this guy in particular, it's painfully obvious that he's, just has a chip on his shoulder, is not going to be a contributing member of society, given his prior conviction, has obviously made no attempts at reforming his character. So he's going to have a chip on his shoulder as being completely anti-police, anti-government, and basically make everybody's lives miserable. And he knows that there's an audience for that on YouTube. Hence, this is what he does.
So again, Your Honor, are these security guards here meant to threaten and intimidate me?
Yeah, David Sebesta says that you said he had over 20 violations while he was in prison. So yeah, this is definitely not one of those potential reformers, as it were.
I'm asking you on the record. Are you going to ignore me, Your Honor?
Mr. Ruff, I'm going to ask that you remain quiet, sir.
So you're not going to answer me, okay?
So we're gonna go next to this next video. This one was just uploaded a couple of days ago, and this was the one that Auditor UK had a commentary over. So my understanding, and I was able to look up his record, or at least look him up in Tempe. This was for a charge. I believe it was obstruction or failure to follow a lawful order. I can't remember the exact terminology of the charge. So he was hooked up for that. You know what? Actually, I think he actually uploaded it, and I didn't download it. But you know what? Maybe it's better for us to just go ahead and watch it. We'll go ahead and do that. Give me 1 second here. Here it is. All right. Bring this up.
Shut up.
So this is March 11th, 2022.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Yes, this is the same First Amendment auditor. Okay, I'm very already annoyed by the music.
Hey, Mr. Orders. What's your name and your badge number, partner? Huh? Shut up. Or what?
It's not obstructing.
Or what, dude? You wanna create a lawsuit? Go right ahead, punk. There ain't no law about standing in a road unless I'm obstructing it. I'm not obstructing nothing.
Talking to an officer.
You just don't like the way I was talking to you. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell free people what to do. You can ask me not to go down there, but the minute you start barking at me, you can suck my ass. You understand?
Nice day.
Yeah, you have a nice day too. I will.
I'm gonna have to ask you.
Or what? That's all.
I need you to step on where that stop sign is.
Or what?
I'm not gonna ask
You're gonna call my lawyer. Identify yourself.
20185.
I don't care. I'm not obstructing. Am I doing something illegal? Am I doing something illegal? What is it?
You're obstructing our investigation.
No, that's a physical act. He's not doing anything. I was asking what his name and badge number is.
Ask you to go over there one last time, or else we're gonna place you under arrest. So I
For
ask you,
what?
Please stand by the stop sign.
For what? You're gonna call my lawyer, Maze Tails. I'll give you the number right now.
Ready? Just step on the stop
Shaheen Des Moines, you guys.
sign.
Call my lawyer.
Okay, so also remember that he's threatening. That's also another important point I forgot to mention. That he's like, oh, I'm gonna reach out to my lawyer. That's actually going to also be important information for the next video that I was going to show.
Get away from the duty. I need you to stand by.
I'm not. That's a physical act. You're gonna lose your qualified immunity by.
What? You are in the road though. You're turning. You're on the road actually. They're turning the corner. The sidewalk's like 10 feet behind you, dude. Okay, wait, y'all can't even see my cursor, but you can see it right there. The sidewalk is right. It's like 10 feet behind him. He's on the road.
Hey, watch out.
Stand back.
So watch out, dude.
Now he's on the sidewalk.
Don't fucking touch me. This is a stand your ground state. I can stand right here. I'm on the sidewalk now. Don't touch me. Don't fucking touch me.
Okay.
Don't fucking touch me.
Giving you a direct order.
Don't
Stand
fucking
over
touch
there.
me. I'm not breaking the law. I'm not breaking the law. I'm not doing. Help! Help!
If you come
Help!
listen, if
Help
you come any
me!
closer,
Help me!
if you come any
Help
closer,
me!
I'll place you-
Help me!
fucking touch me, punk.
Excuse me?
Don't fucking touch me.
Do not think that you're gonna fight me, okay? You're gonna stand over there.
Don't fucking touch me.
If you move over here one more time, I will place you
fucking
under
touch
arrest.
me.
I'm not gonna,
Shut up and go away.
Warning.
Shut
you
up and
stay
go
here,
away.
You're not coming forward. You
Shut up
understand
and
me?
go the fuck away.
Let's go. If he comes
Fuck
forward,
you.
we're gonna arrest him, okay?
This is the sidewalk. Boom, one step forward. What's up?
And there was much rejoicing.
One step forward. What's up? Boom.
Right
Oh my god. Thank you, Gia, for the $9.99 super chat. Thanks, Artie. Great content tonight. Shout out to Zoe, my new fur baby at 11 weeks. Aw.
One step forward. Here's the laws in the Constitution, motherfucker.
right there.
Right fucking there is the law.
Oh my god.
Right fucking there. They're laminated.
Is your camera rolling?
Yeah, mine's rolling too. You're live streaming. For what?
You're under arrest.
For what?
He's going to get back. Placed under arrest.
For what?
An investigation, impeding an investigation. You're going to jail, sir. I gave you a warning. Plenty of time.
Hey, make sure my lawyer's called.
Sir, I need you to stand by that stop sign, or else I will place you under arrest as well. Give you plenty opportunity, plenty warning.
Hey, will you pick
You
my
are not
effects
gonna
up?
jail. Sir, I'll grab it for you. Just stay over there, okay? Sit down.
Thank you. You better call a supervisor.
I am a supervisor. You are going to jail.
Hey, have them call Tempe PD. Are you a Tempe officer?
Yes,
Identify
I am.
yourself.
I am Sergeant Hernandez of the Tempe Police Department.
Sergeant Hernandez,
You are
Tempe
under
Police
arrest.
Department.
You are under arrest for obstructing our investigation.
For
You understand?
obstructing an investigation.
Do me a favor, bud. Stand right there. You can record all
Hey,
you
that's
want.
laminated
Stand
right there.
okay?
You're going to have to explain to the judge why you arrested somebody with the laws laminated, genius.
Go to jail, buddy.
Okay. You know what my name is?
I don't care.
Hey, share this. This is going to be great, bro. On the
Stay right there,
sidewalk for obstructing. That's all I got to give you.
I mean, honestly, this is a classic example of
As you can see, the more you around, the more you're going to find out.
yeah.
What's a good phone number for you?
Call your supervisor. I want your supervisor. I don't need to give you my phone number. Call your supervisor.
I am supervisor.
Huh?
When is this on?
It's on. I don't answer questions, but tell them to share it on
There was
DirectV
much
and all the other
rejoicing.
channels too. Call your supervisor. You are making a mistake. This is an unlawful arrest.
Was the guy Yo Mac, thank you for the £5 super chat. Was the guy filming his tantrum his carer? I don't know what carer means.
You're going to cost the city a lot of money, and you're going to fucking get in
Sir,
trouble.
I gave you warning.
I'm not
cannot-
obstructing. That's a
Yes, you
physical.
were.
That's
No.
Look at the law.
You are
Using force or threatening to use physical force. That's how the laws are written.
Listen to me.
It's right there. You're making the
Listen to me.
mistake. I don't have to
Listen
listen
to
to you. Fuck you.
Okay.
You're making the mistake. Call your supervisor.
All right.
Call your
I'm not
supervisor.
calling anyone. I'm making that decision because you obstructed our investigation. You're-
Yeah.
Okay. We there's not really much left to go in here. He just continues to talk smack to officers and everything. So we're gonna go to the next video that I was actually going to show. Thank you, Deacon, for the $10. I appreciate you guys' support. Please hit that like button. If you can, if you haven't already, it really does help the channel. It really does help the channel. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you new folks from NatStream who are sticking with me. I appreciate it as always. Deacon, $10. There is a wonderful book about this type of behavior called The Emotionally Immature Parent, referencing Gibson and why does he that, referencing Bancroft. I think this is most auditors and sits. Probably. But all right. So this next video, flash forward to a couple of days ago when this was uploaded. And we are now at a preliminary hearing for the charge that we just saw. And we're finding out that he is now dealing with his third attorney that is filing a motion to withdraw.
On what ground?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I've got the wrong video because I actually ran this video through a filter that'll actually help the volume so that you guys can better hear the judge, because the judge's audio is very, very low. I'm hoping that this helps you guys out there. So let me do that.
But I'm not really inclined to give you another lawyer, Mr. Ruff.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that this is yet another lawyer, because you keep...
What legal grounds?
But, Mr. Ruff, that you're entitled to counsel, but
Right.
you keep
Sixth
having
Amendment.
issues with counsel to where they're forced to file motions.
That's not my problem.
Well, it is your problem.
It's not.
They're forced to file motions to withdraw, Mr. Ruff. I can't continue to appoint lawyers.
That's not my problem. The Sixth Amendment guarantees me right to counsel when I don't know what's going on in court.
Mr. Ruff,
I don't know what's going
you
on.
are entitled to it, but you can burn that bridge.
How? Legally, tell me how I can
Well, I
burn
can
the
tell you,
bridge.
if you become so difficult to where counsel can't work with you, then yes, sir, you are sir, you are afforded counsel. But if counsel continually files motions to withdraw because of your conduct or the ethical problems that you create for them,
You're not citing anything
okay.
legal.
Well, Mr. Ruff,
Sixth Amendment
Mr.
overrides
Ruff,
what
I'm
you're
going to ask
talking
you to be
about.
quiet because I'm no longer going to listen to you. You're in my courtroom now, and you're going to listen. Do you understand me? Because I will take you into custody today.
All right, screw, the hell with your intro.
We are on the record. There we go. We're on the record. State of Arizona versus Christopher Ruff. Case 2021-043799, 2021-063564, 2021-071040, 2021-048968. Mr. Hawkins for the state.
I apologize ahead of time. These hiccups are part of the original volume.
Mr. Shell was assigned to just in these matters is here for Mr. Ruff. Mr. Ruff is present in the court. Go ahead and just open all four of these cases, gentlemen, and then I will address the issues. Mr. Shell has filed a motion to withdraw on all four of these matters.
That's right. The issue is that this is a motion to withdraw counsel. That's what it is.
And I know that he mentions that there's a conflict of interest. All four of these matters are obviously in the appeal phase, adjudicated. I know since I had all of Mr. Ruff's matters from the inception that there was a total of 6 cases. The court had initially assigned appointed Matthew Moore to represent Mr. Ruff. I can't remember his last name. Noticed his appearance on all 6 cases, representing himself during that appeal phase. And I know that there were some issues regarding getting CDs and some of the transcripts. I know we wanted to make sure Mr. Ruff had plenty of time to get those items. Then, within about a week or so, and I'm going off of memory, I'm not looking at the case files, I know that there was at least one of the cases, all the transcripts and the information was accurate, and I know we had some problems with the other one. No problem.
I know the state had opposed that request just for time. I think maybe it was the third lawyer.
So, I apologize again for the audio. The judge's voice is very, very difficult to hear. But the judge is basically going through the procedures of the case, and ultimately, this is now his third lawyer, his third appointed lawyer.
And now his third lawyer has filed the motion, same motion that the other two lawyers have
who has now filed a motion to withdraw.
Filed to withdraw. What I can tell you, Mr. Ruff, is that I've been on the bench a little more than 3 years, and I've been fortunate to have Mr. Shell in my courtroom. During that period of time, I know Mr. Shell for those 3+ years has probably been in front of me on more than 1,000 cases during that period of time, 1,000 defendants. But maybe I think that's probably an accurate statement. As far as numbers. And what I can tell you for certain is that he's never filed a motion to withdraw ever. Ever, not once. In fact, Mr. Shell's one of the attorneys that when there's difficulties with cases.
Neko Blast asks, does the court have to offer you a lawyer under the 6th Amendment, or is it just a polite consideration made by the courts? No, under the 6th Amendment, in cases where your liberty is at stake, but under the Supreme Court, under the U.S. Supreme Court, for crimes where the maximum penalty is 6 months or more, the Supreme Court says you are entitled to an attorney if you're indigent. Make a note of that. You're entitled to counsel, and if you are indigent, the state shall provide you with counsel. So if the maximum penalty is 6 months or less, then you do not have the right to counsel, even if you're indigent. So it's not in those cases, it's not a courtesy. It's a constitutional right.
Conflicts with defendants. A lot of times, staff will turn and say, "We need to give this case to Mr. Shell because he's able to handle some of those situations." And I think that's just a testament to Mr. Shell and who he has been as a lawyer. I can tell you have a fine lawyer handling these appeals, and this is now the third lawyer. So I don't know what to do at this point, Mr. Rupp. I don't know if you want to represent yourself, but I don't feel inclined. You're entitled to counsel. You're entitled to court-appointed counsel when you can't afford that. I made that determination. I didn't bring you in. I didn't question you about your finances. You had sent something in, and I said, you know what, I want to make sure this person has counsel.
So right there, the judge. That's an important point. If you didn't hear that with the judge, he said that he never actually asked them asked them appropriate questions to determine this guy's indigency. He basically just appointed counsel for him, and now I think he's regretting that.
And so, just based upon that financial statement you sent in, we went ahead and appointed you counsel again. And I always believe a defendant's entitled to that, but there's also a point where a defendant crosses that line, and they're no longer entitled to it, especially when the conflicts continue to arise for the same reason. It's not one lawyer, it's not two lawyers, it's three lawyers. And they've all had the same issue, and I don't need to even go into the factual dispute, whatever that may be, but I'm not really inclined to give you another lawyer, Mr. Rupp.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that this is yet another lawyer, because you keep...
What legal grounds?
But, Mr. Rupp, that you're entitled to counsel, but
right.
you keep
Sixth
having
Amendment.
issues with counsel to where they're forced to file motions.
That's not my problem.
Well, it is your problem.
It's not.
They're forced to file motions to withdraw, Mr. Rupp. I can't continue to appoint lawyers. What was the problem with you and your private attorney that he had to file a motion to withdraw, Mr. Rupp?
So good. That's also a good question. He had private counsel. His first attorney probably was the attorney that he threatened the cops with in the previous video. Hey, go call my lawyer. Even he filed a motion to withdraw, and somehow he got himself an appointed attorney, which I think is a mark against the judge. He should have asked this guy. I mean, if he was able to afford private counsel, why the hell was he not questioned on his financial background, but was appointed counsel in the first place? And now we're seeing the judge dealing with the consequences of his actions, because he's now dealing with a defendant who is completely not following the rules of court and is completely unworkable.
I didn't hire that attorney.
What's that?
I did not hire that attorney. That was hired for me on my behalf.
Oh, so your subscribers and your viewers hired that attorney for you. Is that right?
Okay, so what was the problem that he had to file a motion to withdraw?
I mean, these lawyers don't like being posted online. At the end of the day, I'm press.
These lawyers don't like being posted online.
I own a media company, and I post my interactions in court and with the police online. Everything that happens goes online.
Right.
Everything. This is going online.
And Mr. Ruff, you are entitled to do whatever you think is appropriate, but you cannot continue to ask for attorneys, and the attorneys are constantly filing motions to withdraw due to ethical issues and conflicts.
You don't have to explain issues and conflicts. It's not my problem. The Sixth Amendment guarantees me right to counsel when I don't know what's going on in court.
Mr. Ruff?
Okay, so I think we already know from previous interactions, especially with Mr. Blandino, Mr. Brooks, that being completely unworkable and being an obstruction onto yourself does not get you out of any of this. So trying to act like this isn't going to get you out of it, and the judge is going to look at that.
I don't know what's going on.
You are entitled to it, but you can burn that bridge.
How? Legally, tell me how I can burn the bridge.
I can tell you, if you become so difficult to where counsel can't work with you, then yes, sir, you are sir, you are afforded counsel. But if counsel continually files motions to withdraw because of your conduct or the ethical problems that you create for them,
you're not citing anything legal.
Okay, well, Mr. Ruff,
Sixth Amendment overrides what
I'm
you're
going to ask
talking
you to
about.
be quiet, because I'm no longer going to listen to you. You're in my courtroom now, and you're going to listen. Do you understand me? Because I will take you into custody today. I'm done with your antics, sir. I've had enough. Mr. Shell, do you believe that the relationship is to a point where you can't continue?
So this is the attorney. This is the attorney that's about to speak, and I'm going to show you guys what this guy did to this attorney.
Without a doubt. I'm done with him.
All right. Is there ethically, and do you believe that you can, Mr. Ruff is asking for reasons, do you believe, and I'm do you believe that you can set forth those reasons for the record, or is it something you believe that you need to have a conversation with another judge? Tell me, Mr. Shell, why you believe you can't continue representing Mr. Ruff.
Ultimately, because he doxed me.
Ultimately, because he doxed me. And here's the evidence that he doxed him. If you see that there is Chad Shell's a lawyer in Chandler, Arizona, with a contract with the Public Defender's Office. I recently filed a Sixth Amendment motion, and Chad was given my case. During my initial interview, Chad allowed an assistant or attorney in another room to secretly eavesdrop on our private conversation. During a conversation, I bragged that the character, Direct D, aka his channel alias, basically Artie to me, makes good money. And I'm not going to show you the rest of that, because if I hit the read more, it'll actually dox him. It'll actually, if I continue that paragraph, it'll actually show his cell phone number. After I left, Chad texts me and says he's going to file a motion to withdraw because I need to pay for Direct D needs to pay for an attorney, and I am not entitled to one because I made a comment about how much Direct D makes, aka his YouTube channel, his LLC, his merchandise store, which he has. Chad has been emailing me threatening to delay time for filing paperwork and says it could be easy for me if I just hired an attorney. Chad is causing me damages now as a contractor through the state. He has made false statements and is basing everything off. He is basing everything he is doing off of words without facts or evidence to show cause. So I asked for his bar number insurance to file a complaint and claim against his bond insurance. He says my bar number is at the bottom of the pleadings. I said, okay, just need the insurance information. And I quote, don't worry about it. Arizona revised statute. Yeah, I got it. So he does actually, in fact, dox him. He doxes his own attorney. Yes, he has an LLC. Direct D has over 187,000 subscribers on YouTube. He has his own merchandise store. He has his own website, which is under an LLC. So he's making money. He's not, I'm going to say it right now, he's not indigent. And as you guys recall from the previous video, he said to the judge, I am the sole provider of my family. And we also heard from under his breath in the audio, oh, I'm going to make $5,000 off of this recording, aka probably the court recording. Anyway, continue.
Last week, put my cell phone number on the internet and made a bunch of statements about me that weren't true. My phone blew up for days. I had to put it on airplane mode for 4 straight days because his followers kept texting me, calling me, leaving me threatening messages.
All right.
All based upon lies he posted about me.
You know, Mr. Shaw, I know what you're going through because I've gone through that as well, and the other attorneys, I believe, have as well. That says enough for me. Mr. Ruff, I'm withdrawing Mr. Shell. You're now on your own. I'm going to give you 45 days to get all your briefs in. You should have all of the CDs and the DVDs. They've been provided for you. If you don't have it done within 45 days, you're going to abandon your appeal. That's my ruling. You can do with it what you want. You can post online what you want, but that's what's going to happen. And if you don't get it done, sir, then we'll deal with the issue. But you cannot continue to do this because these are people who are trying to help you. And unfortunately, Mr. Ruff, you burned that bridge. I'm not going to assign you another attorney. You are now representing yourself.
I'm not going to assign you another attorney. You're now representing yourself. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I do have some questions. Under what legal grounds are you denying me my Sixth Amendment right?
Mr. Ruff,
I reserve...
I've made the record clear.
Yes.
Mr. Ruff, I've made the record clear.
It's not clear.
I'm not going to go further. And so you are representing yourself. You have 45 days from today's date to get briefs in.
Okay, so I think this is actually a separate. This is actually not related to the current charges. Now that I hear him, this is actually related to his appeal of the charges that we actually saw in the very first video. He's under appeal on there. I actually looked it up. And I think the next appeal date is in March. I think the last time I saw it, either in late February or March. So this is the appeal of the charges that he was found guilty of. And so basically he lost his attorney. He's now on his own. The judge gave him 45 days to get his briefs in order for his appeal.
And that's my ruling. You'll retain counsel, sir. That's up to you. That's my ruling.
Okay.
Have a good day, Mr. Ruff.
You have a good day.
You have a good... You hear that? No, you have a good day.
And that's my ruling. You'll retain counsel, sir. That's up to you. That's my ruling.
Okay.
Have a good day, Mr. Ruff.
You have a good day.
So you would abuse your...
You had to get that. All right. So now in this next video, this one does involve the arrest. The arrest that we saw. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Oh no. I didn't run it through the I didn't run it through the algorithm. Hang on. This won't take long though. 1 second. Because this is another video where the volume the judge's volume is fairly low. Second. There. What? Nope, wrong one. Copy. Document. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I apologize. There we go. All right, we're gonna let the or it's processing right now. We're just gonna chill, hang out. We do have. I already promised you guys. Oh, it's already done. See, there you go. That's what happens when you have a decent computer.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Well, I'm going to have to deny your application as...
On what legal grounds are you denying my application?
Because
Okay, so yeah, just to set you guys up, I believe this is in relation to his most recent arrest. Yeah. The arrest that we did see. And this one is he claimed to have filed an application for indigency. It's a form that you file with the court, say, hey, I don't have money and I need an attorney under the 6th Amendment. And you in the form itself, which I did actually take a look at because this is Tempe, Arizona has its own specific form that you would present, and it just lists off what's your income, who are your dependents, how much money do you make, what are your expenses, etc., etc.
it's not completely filled out properly.
Yes, it is. Are you saying that I lied on legal documents?
If you would like to have the application back to fill it out completely, I will evaluate whether you're indigent.
How is it not filled out completely? You need to elaborate better for me. I don't understand what you're saying. City, I have your oath on file. If you go against it for the 6th Amendment, that's grounds to be terminated as a judge.
Would you like
It's grounds to be terminated as a judge.
Would you like to have the application back to fill it out completely?
I filled it out completely and accurately. That's a legal document. It's perjury if I don't. I filed paperwork for a lawyer. I'm indigent, and I can prove it, and you're using words. I have proof. You need to be careful because it's your job that you're putting at risk right now. For what? For talking? You haven't done anything wrong.
Rules on your case, and I'm asking you to have a seat somewhere.
And you have to give me a lawyer. I filled the paperwork out correctly. It's not a debate on whether or not you think it's correct or not.
Apologies for the shaky cam.
The information that you put on his application is blank.
There's nothing to put in there. Do you want me to write zeros on there? Is that what you want? What would you like me to put on there? How would Barsetti
Yes, he's claiming he's indigent and therefore he's entitled to appointed counsel.
like me to fill out my document? Tell me, Mary Jo.
He called her by her first name, even though she's a magistrate judge. But yeah.
Sir, you can address me as Judge Barsetti in the courtroom.
I can call you magistrate, not a judge.
My findings.
You're not. You're just using it's your feelings. It's not your findings.
All right.
Be very careful because I can prove everything that I'm saying.
That your case to trial.
I'm not going to answer that question because I don't know what's going on. I need a lawyer.
Okay, well then you're going to have to either hire
No, I filed a Sixth Amendment motion for a lawyer. For what reason? What legal reason?
not properly filled out, and I cannot make the finding that you are innocent.
Okay, I apologize for the creepy laugh.
Oh my God. You people don't like the jobs, do you? Who put this sign up here?
I have no idea.
That's no bueno right there. We gotta take that down. You've been very nice. You have a good day.
And then just bring it back later. Yeah, I don't have the please. There is sensitive information over there, like that can't be recorded, like social security numbers, victim information. So that can't be recorded, unfortunately.
So would it be like a crime for me to record it?
They just said to stop recording, please.
Well, you've been nice up until this point. Don't ruin it. I'm allowed to record in here. I know what I'm doing.
Okay. Can you please leave?
Please leave?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're not supposed to record in here.
According to what law?
Can you call security, please?
Oh, we're gonna get security here right now. Yes.
How you doing?
What's up, boss?
All right, it's time to go.
Why?
Because they told me to have you leave.
Did you run up here? Yeah. You can't just have me leave, dude. I'm not doing anything wrong.
1 second. What's the matter?
He's filling out paperwork. I'm watching him. Yeah. This is just a piece of paper, though. There's nothing on there that says a law or nothing. This is a public building.
Yeah, we do have it. Policy. No, we do have it. It's. You do? We have it. Yes, we do.
Do you have a copy of it?
Yes, we do.
What's the law?
I'm going to give it to you.
Well, I'm with them. I'm documenting what's happening right now. So,
police report. Okay.
Relax. We know what we're doing. I would suggest that you call somebody that knows what they're doing. You're just security, dude.
Yeah, I know, but
right.
get you out.
I'm not committing a crime. I'm not creating a disturbance. I'm not breaking the law, and I'm not trespassing. This is a public building.
It's a public building.
Right, I'm allowed to record in public buildings.
But not in this area, you're not. Is this
a security area?
Yes, it is.
I didn't walk past any signs that say that.
Yeah, you see.
That doesn't say security area. That just says no audio and video. I could slap that all over this building and it don't mean nothing.
Mr. Ruff, I have your application for the public position that you submitted, although it was not complete. So I could not make a decision on whether you're eligible or not.
How's it incomplete?
It's incomplete because it does not indicate any source of income. It says you don't have a job.
Yep. How's that not complete? It indicated no income source, right?
So who's supporting you?
I mean, that's irrelevant. I don't have any income. It's none of your business who supports me.
Well, it is my business because I have to determine whether you're indigent.
I am indigent.
I make the call. I'm the judge and I determine if you're indigent or not. Okay?
Oh, yeah? Sixth Amendment guarantees me right to counsel.
Okay, and you also indicated that you're single, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So right there, he says he indicates in the form that he's single, but what was it? What did we see earlier? What did we hear earlier? Oh, I have a wife, and I'm about to have a child.
I recall on previous occasions while you were in court that you indicated that your wife was present.
Okay.
And that you had
So what? Do you have a?
So she just said, like, in a previous hearing, I recall you stating that you had a wife and you have a newborn child.
Do you have a marriage license on record that you're talking about? Or are you just referring to some words? Huh?
You have children that you're supporting?
I'm not supporting anybody.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to deny your application as...
On what legal grounds are you denying my application?
Because it's not completely filled out properly.
Yes, it is. Are you saying that I lied on legal documents?
If you would like to have the application back to fill it out completely, I will evaluate whether you're indigent.
How is it not filled out completely? You need to elaborate better for me. I don't understand what you're saying.
First of all...
So we all know that he's a lying sack. But it is what it is. And oh God, Danny just gave me a 21. Gave me a list of 21 infractions while he was a member of the Department of Corrections. Let me see here, including disobeying a verbal written order, disobey, disrespect staff, disrespect staff, disorderly conduct, positive or refusal of UA, that conspiracy to commit a Class A felony, altering identification, violation of department institutional rule, disobeying verbal order, disrespect to staff, conspiracy to commit a Class B felony, disruption, positive refusal of UA, assault on an inmate, obstructing staff, disobey, disorderly conduct. I know. I need to bring back my my other blockage.
You indicated that you're single, you have no other individuals that you support. You have made in this court before that your wife was present and you had a new baby that was born and you had another child.
What's your point? That doesn't mean that I'm indigent.
Look, honestly, guys, I don't know what I would do without her at this point. Danny's my in-house researcher, so I don't know. I'd just be a failure.
Filled out with any of that information, does not have any information about any other source of income. And
Rossetti, I have your oath on file. If you go against it for the Sixth Amendment, that's grounds to be terminated as a judge.
Would you like
It's grounds to be terminated as a judge.
Would you like to have the application back to fill it out completely?
I filled it out completely and accurately. That's a legal document. It's perjury if I don't.
Do you want me to rule?
Yeah, you're right. It's perjury if you don't. And given your past statements, as the judge mentioned, your past statements to another judge saying that, again, remember, guys, he said that he was the sole support. I can't remember the exact words, but he was the sole source of support for his family. That's why he said he couldn't go to jail, right? And he also mentioned under his breath $5,000 I was going to make off of this recording. And we also have the claim that he posted on his community page that the attorney, his third attorney, wanted to drop him when he overheard that he said that his channel, his LLC or whatever, makes a lot of money. So all of that taken together, sole provider, that's right. All of that taken together means that he has a stream of income. But it sounds like what he put in his application is just zero. He has no dependents, he has no income, no expenses, nothing. And the judge is not buying it.
Want it as it's filled out?
It's your career. You rule however you want. I know how to file more paperwork, writs. You know what a writ of mandamus is? I'll make the Superior Court force you.
Alright, so Mr. Ralph, I'm going to go ahead and application.
On legal grounds.
It's not filled out.
Yes, it is. I filled it out. You don't get to just say fill it out. That's not how it works. You've been getting away with things for a long time, and it's going to stop.
Okay, Mr. Ralph. put up with your...
Oh yeah, somebody. I apologize for pausing. Who was it that said that? Robert, curious, does the IRS know? Sounds like an ideal candidate for an audit. I do appreciate the fact that this guy had mentioned, I think, to either this judge or to somebody else or in some other instance, he says, I haven't paid taxes for 5 years. So, that's why I'm indigent. And then in the same freaking post, he talks about how the judge, that the freaking attorney or the judge or the cops were like wasting taxpayer money. It's like, dude, you don't pay taxes. You're a leech off the system. So under your logic, you're no better than they are. In fact, you're worse, because at least the cops, attorneys, and the judges actually have a job. They have a function. You don't.
I have a right to speak and be heard.
All right, so you have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Molina. If you don't want to speak to Mr. Molina, you can indicate which way you want to go with your truck case. So you can go ahead and have a seat, and I will have Mr. Molina talk to you if you would like, or we can go ahead and have your case up.
I filed paperwork for a lawyer. I'm indigent, and I can prove it, and you're using words. Okay. I have proof. You need to be careful, because it's your job that you're putting at risk right now. For what? For talking? I haven't done anything wrong.
I ruled on your case, and I'm asking you to have a seat somewhere else.
I'm not talking to Molina.
Okay, then do you want your case set to trial?
I object to everything you're doing right now. You're breaking the law. You swore an oath to uphold the Constitution. What?
I'm going to ask you to sit over here, please.
For what? Why am I sitting over here? Oh, so I can leave then.
No, you cannot leave.
Well, why not?
Mr. Moya, have a seat.
You're crazy, lady.
Case number 22025. So, on Mr. Ruff's matter, I indicated to Mr. Ruff that he needed to fill out his application or not.
So the judge is basically saying, hey, before I'm going to rule on your application for indigency, I need you to actually fill out the form and not leave it like mostly blank.
Completely filled out. He is refusing to do that, so I gave him the option of speaking to you or setting his case to trial, and he indicated that he did not want to speak to you. So Mr. Ross, do you want to proceed on this case?
I mean, if Molina will talk to me, he's the one who said he doesn't want to talk to me.
Okay, how does he get the payroll?
Who?
You told him he wanted to continue his case.
I mean, you have to give me a lawyer. I filled the paperwork out correctly. It's not a debate on whether or not you think it's correct or not.
Sir, the information that you put on this application is blank.
There's nothing to put in there. Do you want me to write zeros on there? Is that what you want? What would you like me to put on there? How would Barsetti like me to fill out my document? Tell me, Mary Jo.
Sir?
He's not putting zeros in because that means he can argue later that he never said how much he made. That's a good point.
You can address me as Barsetti in the courtroom.
I can call you magistrate, not a judge.
And there was much rejoicing.
How do you wish to proceed with your case? Under your application, I have not been appointed a public defender. I cannot declare that you are innocent based on the application that you filled out is incomplete.
You haven't elaborated as to how it is incomplete.
I have told you that you indicated there are no other people that you support.
This is correct. Having children doesn't mean I support them.
Do not interrupt.
Having children doesn't mean I support them. Okay, so you're a deadbeat dad. So are you lying or are you a deadbeat dad?
You have indicated in this courtroom that you have children. The children are not put on this document as people that you support. You listed yourself as single. You indicated in this court that you have a wife. I asked you.
And now the judge is making note that in prior court hearings, because again, this guy gets around in the various courts in the state of Arizona, that you had a wife and you have a child. and the other part that I also forgot to mention that he does act. This is how I don't want to say sociopathic, but I feel like it's an element of it, of the lack of self-control that this guy has. He actually recorded himself getting kicked out of the hospital while his wife was giving birth. And he put it up on YouTube. I'm not going to show it, but it's there. He was kicked out of the hospital while his wife was giving birth to his child. That's how bad this guy is, and the utter lack of self-control.
Who supports you? You told me it's none of my business, and indicating that you don't have a job, and you had made statements in this court that you were a reporter. Statements that you have previously made in this court are not reflected on your application. So it is based on that I am denying the application unless you choose or would like to fill it appropriately. So, how do you want to proceed with your case? Do you want to set the trial, or do you want to do? Do you want to go out and hire an attorney?
So you think because I said I have children that I have a financial responsibility to prove? If I on there?
I mean, yeah. Again, unless you're a deadbeat dad, yeah, they're going to assume that you have some kind of financial responsibility.
You're not. You're just using it's your feelings. It's not your findings.
This guy.
It's your feelings.
How do you want to proceed on your case?
I don't want to proceed. I need a lawyer. I've asked for a lawyer. You want me to write false things on there? I'm not going to write false things on there. I don't have an income. I don't have a job. I'm not married. Huh? Why is that?
I don't know, chat. You guys tell me. Did he not refer to his partner as his wife in the very first video that we watched back at that was recorded and uploaded back in last September? Right?
Business. I don't have an income. I'm at the graces of my friends. I have beneficiaries that support me. I drove here and today it was given to me.
It says here, we have income from other sources. There's nothing filled in.
What's my other source? Say I need a pack of cigarettes, somebody buys me cigarettes. Is that my other sources?
Sir, with the way you fill that
I don't have income.
all right.
Be very careful because I can prove everything that I'm saying.
That your case to trial.
I'm not going to answer that question because I don't know what's going on. I need a lawyer.
Okay, well then you're going to have to either hire
No, I filed a Sixth Amendment motion for a lawyer. For what reason? What legal reason?
It's not properly filled out, and I cannot make a finding that you are innocent.
Oh my God. You people don't like your jobs, do you? Do that. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Those are two elements of the Sixth Amendment, being indigent and not knowing what's going on.
Excuse me, the last time you were in court, you requested a continuance so that you could complete your interviews of the witnesses. Did you complete?
Neko Blast, you saying he doesn't have an income, he steals money from his LLC? Well, that I posted in chat. I posted in his chat earlier today, like basically calling him out, saying, "Dude, you have a YouTube channel, an LLC, and a merchandise store. You have a stream of income." And the way he talks and the way I noticed that he's trying to separate himself. I don't want to say soft sit like. He wants to separate himself from his LLC as though like whatever he gets from his LLC is like shielded or separate from his own personal income. And you're saying that he's stealing from his LLC. But that's the impression that he gave me when he responded to my comment on his YouTube video. And like that's not how that works. You having a business is going to be considered income. That's not how that works. He doesn't give himself away, he just takes the money. Yeah, that's not how that works.
The Fifth Amendment is beautiful. At this point, I'm going to remain silent.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and we're not going to continue this any further. We're going to set this to trial. If you want a lawyer, you'll have to hire your own.
Because of your failings?
I'm going to treat your refusal to fill out the application with the appropriate information as a waiver of counsel. And
dude, she's crazy. You better talk to her.
You can wait out in the hall. We'll get you your wow.
Body cam footage.
Come on. Ball rolling. Hello.
Good evening.
Well, yeah, they're here to help me and assist me in this.
Okay.
Looking for discovery.
For discovery?
Yeah.
Okay. So it does have to be a written request. Unfortunately, I don't have anything formal to give you, so I'm going to give you a blank piece of paper, and you just have to write your name, your case number, the specific evidence that you're requesting, and an email address or an address. In case you want us to know. Here's a pen right here.
I don't have the info with me, so I don't have to.
Oh, okay, that's no problem. You can just put your name. If you're a defendant, you can put your name on there.
Yeah. Do you have that info though?
I can look up your name.
Yeah, I should have all your info. Who put this sign up here?
I have no idea.
That's no bueno right there. We gotta take that down.
Okay, are you requesting the information or?
How does this work?
He has a case.
Yeah.
I know, but I can look up the info. I just wanted.
The info to fill it out.
Okay.
Case number. So he wants his discovery. He wants the police report.
I understand, but what I was asking was like, are you done? I'm not gonna.
She doesn't know.
Do you want me to look up your case number first and then give it back to you, or?
Yeah, I don't know the case number. It's in my car. I forgot to take it.
Okay. Oh.
Let's not all that with just your phone.
This was part of the intro, his intro video. I'm honestly not going to go ahead and bother with any more of this because he just continues to be a total clown. There we go. A total clown. I'm trying my best to maintain civility here. So we're gonna go to the I feel like this is a much better way to end the stream. Or to close out the stream, which is on the expansion of the LaCrosse, Wisconsin cinematic universe. Go ahead. There.
On October 15th, 2022, officers were on foot patrol when they observed a male subject standing in front of a bar in LaCrosse, Wisconsin. Police were familiar with the male from prior contacts and knew he had a suspended driving status, as well as a bond condition to not be in any bars or taverns. The male was identified as 27-year-old Larry Baldwin Jr. As the officers were near Larry's vehicle, they observed him get into the driver's seat and leave.
Running out to a party building and was caught by like 3.
Allie, stop that Buick. No lights out on 3rd, it's Larry driving.
Larry appeared to be traveling at a high rate of speed without any lights on. When a traffic stop was initiated, he pulled over briefly, but then took off rapidly.
3rd and Cameron, Wisconsin, Adam King Frank, 5827. Adam King Frank, 5827.
You running?
80, the vehicle's taken off, southbound on 3rd.
Due to safety concerns, the officer decided not to pursue him.
I think it's
4
fair.
days later, police observed a vehicle commonly driven by Larry in an alley.
Damn it, Larry.
The officers noticed Larry in the driver's seat, and he quickly put the car in gear, again fleeing at a high rate of speed.
7th and Main. Stop! 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 Stop right now! Stop! He's leaving out the alley on 7.
Good call, though. We just missed him. He didn't see us at all.
No.
I knew there was no reason to go pull the car door, because what I do, jump in the car.
Yeah. Another felony fleeing.
Yep.
Another 4 days later, police were dispatched to a bar for trouble with a party call. As officers arrived, they saw several people screaming and yelling outside. They also recognized Larry, and another male began walking away.
Arrest me.
What for?
I don't know. Ask the guy who's recording me for no reason.
No. You're standing out in public.
For what though? What are you walking towards him for?
Videos.
Officer Graves. Why are you walking towards him? Like I'm the one who was talking, not them.
I'm not Officer Graves.
Due to Larry having pending felony charges from the last few weeks, they approached him.
Come talk to me for a second. We got a call here at the Old South about you guys yelling at someone and...
I'm not yelling at nobody. I'm not in my business.
Okay. Larry, I gotta talk to you, man.
That's not even my name, bro.
Come over here right now. You're being detained.
What?
You're being detained.
For what?
I gotta talk to you.
Larry.
Come here. Come here.
Oh, he's gone.
You're gonna get detained.
All right. First trip. Second trip.
Get on the ground. Get detained. Hey.
Third trip.
Get on the ground now. Stop now.
Fourth trip.
Just means running off the 5th. White shirt, black pants.
As the officers pursued him on foot, Larry ran back to his vehicle and got into the driver's seat.
Stop. Stop, Larry.
Come on, decentralize him.
Hey, come on, do it.
Stop!
Hey, do it. Stop.
Oh!
He has nothing to do with the situation. Why are you guys targeting him? Can you answer that for me comfortably? Can any of you answer that? Why are you targeting him? No. He does not have. You guys have solved that. He has no warrants. He has nothing. Why the are you guys attacking him?
Meanwhile, we got this shrieking witness who she was the originator. Okay, so she was the originator of the call, but the reason why she called was because somebody was recording her while she was standing outside of the pub in public. Lady, you can be recorded while you're out in public. So the reason for the call was stupid. But now she's like, he had nothing going on. Obviously, he did have something going on.
I'm the reason you guys got called because he was recording me.
He has
okay, nothing to do with that. What the f is wrong with you guys?
You need to be quiet or you're gonna go to jail.
Arrest me, please. Because what the f is that? I'm just saying. What the f, yo?
Sounds like he had warrants.
He didn't though.
Well,
we have WTF, mate.
Felony charges.
For what?
I don't know. That's what
Multiple
he's got on.
incidents.
For what? Can you guys list any felony charges before you attack another
Felony
person?
fleeing, second-degree reckless.
Okay, now it is.
Safety.
No, answer what? Can you? Okay, please. I'm not trying to be a psycho. I'm just saying.
I mean, you say you're not trying to be a psychopath, but but
Can you guys please tell me why you attacked that male? Out of all the situation, you guys come here and you attack him for what?
We're not going to talk to you.
You're not? For what?
75 status.
You're not going to talk to me? Why? How can you not answer that?
We have charges on him.
You guys literally got called because that guy was recording me. Are you guys
People can record in public. People record us all the time.
Okay,
It's not a crime to
you call
record.
the cops and you attack him. For what? That is wrong, though. That is wrong. Right there.
Just him.
The one that's
Just him. You're looking for anyone else besides him?
meanwhile, her bestie says like one of the cops is stalking Larry.
Okay. Do we need to talk to Bill or no?
I haven't talked to him yet.
That is sad.
You gotta call him.
Guess he got away this time. I don't know what her problem is.
I just pulled up.
Listen, man.
So, and this is a perfect example of what happens sometimes with cops who are obviously we the audience know the background, but a passerby, a pedestrian or an observer is going to make sweeping generalizations and sweeping assumptions about what they're doing and why they're there. And that's what, whatever they record, the trio that you see there, that's going to be what's posted on social media.
Because you got people talking right here.
Yeah.
Dude started saying this.
Yep. We heard that's why we were here, is he was recording, so she called us.
He was recording people. Recording.
Yep.
That's one. That's a violation.
35 where you went.
It's not, though.
But at the same time, you're violating somebody's privacy recording.
But you're out in a public space.
Yeah.
There's no law against it. There's no law against it.
Understand
So we couldn't do anything about it, but we could just tell him to stop.
When they asked him to stop, kept on.
Because she was screaming. It's
No,
her own fault.
first it was like this, normal.
I mean, she's taking something that wasn't a big deal, turning it into a huge deal. So, but Larry's got a bunch of charges, so that officer tried to arrest him,
I still love the fact that his name is Larry,
and he obviously got away.
Moments later, his vehicle was located unoccupied and crashed. Witnesses stated they saw a male flee from the car.
Yeah, what happened?
We were in our apartment down there and we heard squealing. We were about to leave to go hiking and we saw this car.
Someone might have been passed out or
So we were like, there might be a medical emergency,
Okay.
and we just walked over there.
Gold Digger, dang it! I was thinking of Leisure Suit Larry too. Damn it! I feel like that's showing my age.
Yeah, this car just took off from a fight down there at Old Style, so obviously he crashed into this thing here.
Yeah, we just heard the crash.
Got someone passed out or something.
He's gone? No one, you guys didn't see him take off?
No, we didn't see anybody take off.
39, he crashed down here. He's gone on foot somewhere.
I was getting gas and I heard somebody squealing, so I don't know if it came out.
PETA, people eating tasty animals.
I hear what, and I looked up and he hit the pole.
Yeah.
And then he took off.
Running that way.
It was a colored guy.
Yeah, he said it.
Was he wearing all black or?
Oh, white shirt.
A white shirt?
Yeah. He tried to take off with it and it just wrapped up and he couldn't move it.
Yeah, tires are toast on it.
Yeah.
You saw him crash into this pole here, and then he just took off running. White shirt.
Front this way.
Yeah.
Just a white shirt now?
White shirt, I think. Yeah, that's what he said. It's running. It's open, so I mean, it's search. It's a abandoned vehicle. Oh, there's blood on there. Careful.
So he took off this way?
Yeah, he went running northbound.
Just pulling in. Just got some little day trade action, and I heard taser deployed, and I said, that's not good at 8 o'clock on a Sunday.
Towards through the lot of Wells Fargo, possibly.
You must have been calling the mail.
Yeah, you see the marks here.
Yeah. So Larry Baldwin's driving this?
Allegedly. He smoked his tires, what happened? Here's a chunk of his rim.
Caught up, he's holding on to him, trying to get him to the ground, and I just about had him, and it got loose. So I pulled out the taser, tried to tase him. He tased at the same time. We missed him. Okay. So it hit his shirt. His shirt was
I think I got one prong in.
Yeah. Okay. And then.
Chaos Warden, you're asking why was I playing that game? That game came like free out of a compilation of like Sierra games that came with my parents' like compact PC. Like it came with like Leisure Suit Larry and King's Quest. I forget which one. It was probably like either 7 or 8. I can't remember which. And at least 1 or 2 other games that I can't recall. But yeah, Leisure Suit Larry and King's Quest came with the compact PC.
Had him again, and I was coming up, and I tripped in the tomato plants. Took a digger.
Then he gets in the car.
Then he got in the car.
And he started, and I was like,
yeah. Because at that time, neither one of us had a cartridge.
Almost a month later, LaCrosse police were informed that Larry had been arrested by Wisconsin State Patrol in Monroe County on his warrant. He was then extradited back to LaCrosse County Jail.
Yeah, we can take him to the interview room if he wants to talk to us. But, yeah.
Talk to me?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I have to read you this sheet, but we can go in the interview room and then we can go from there. So.
About what?
But, well,
Just come in here.
yeah, we'll just.
That'll make me feel real uncomfortable. What's going on?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used to in court.
So yeah, they did actually catch him. I think they said the Wisconsin State Police caught him.
You have the right.
And so he's extradited to the county.
Talk to a lawyer before questioning and have the lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one, a lawyer will be appointed for you without charge prior to any questioning. If you decide to answer questions at this time, you can stop at any time during the questioning. Do you understand these rights if I read them to you? Yes? I need a verbal yes, man.
Wait.
Do you understand these rights if I read them to you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Having those rights in mind, you wish to answer any questions I may have for you at this time.
This is
Okay.
an investigation?
Yes. So I need a yes or no on that last question. Having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have right now? This is regarding an investigation with you taken off from some of our officers.
Oh, that's not an investigation. Come on, we talk, man. Put that piece of paper. Talk. What's up?
Okay.
No, that's not how that works.
But having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have at this point?
Man, look, I know my law, all that. Who did you guys think I ran off on? It's just like fleeing. Like what do you guys want from me, bro?
Okay.
Why do you guys?
All right. So right now, it sounds like based on the initial reports, you've taken off from our officers 3 times that they've tried to talk with you. So
how do you guys know it's me?
And pretty requisitely because multiple officers were able to identify you.
How?
Because they saw you. So,
all of these charges, what were you guys' probable cause for trying to come up to the person you saying that's me? What? Like, why? What are you guys, like, for real? You like, it's like, since I moved back out here, I'm not stupid. I know me and y'all dealt with my dad. I don't sell drugs. Y'all don't have to follow me. You too. I didn't seem to, like, why do y'all bother me, bro? Y'all don't have no drugs. Y'all trying to get any little thing just because y'all couldn't get my dad. Don't look at me like that. Answer, like, talk.
Okay, now, so his argument is that because the cops couldn't hook up his dad, they're going after him.
You asking me questions? I should be able to ask you. You're a public servant. You're an agent.
Public servant, agent. Mark that on the bingo card.
Officer, why y'all keep harassing me? For what? Y'all don't have on me.
okay. Well, this is just from the other officers.
Bro, answer my question. Don't you want me to answer yours, bro? Like, come on, we grown as hell.
Okay. All right, let's get going anywhere.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So I'm just letting you know what the charges are, Larry. So.
You don't want to answer you a question, bro. You don't want to answer my question back. You're supposed to be a public servant. Why? Because I got on orange, they want to treat me different, bro.
Okay. So, all right. Yeah, it might be yeah, you give us a little bit. So.
So calm and genuine, man. Of course they have it on me. Close doors, then you can steal us when we get this done. Don't try to harass somebody else and they gonna get away on y'all last two.
Larry was charged with felony counts of vehicle fleeing, eluding an officer, ×3. Second-degree recklessly endangering safety, ×2. Misdemeanor counts of resisting, obstructing an officer, and bail jumping, ×3. He received several citations totaling over $2,000. Larry's attorney asked the court that he be released on a signature bond since he turned himself in voluntarily. The judge rejected the request, stating Larry showed a gross lack of respect for the community while fleeing and set his cash bond at $10,000. Head over to codebluecam.com and check out our great selection of quality-made merch that won't disappoint.
I don't remember which one. I think it was the very first one. Land of the Lounge Lizards. I think that was the very first Leisure Suit Larry was the one that we had. Anyway, moving on. We're gonna stop talking about Leisure Suit Larry. All right, we're gonna watch the latest one. The latest Code Blue Cam. To call it out.
On October.
The thing is, I never even. Anyway, moving on. I just know that we. Moving on. Brookfield, Wisconsin.
October 10th.
Oh wait, hold on.
2022, an officer was on patrol when he spotted a silver vehicle with no plates in Brookfield, Wisconsin. When he attempted a traffic stop on the vehicle, they refused to pull over and began fleeing. The driver was later identified as 33-year-old Devon Sheriff.
Bravo 311 traffic.
Bravo
311 southbound Moreland. Actually going northbound on Moreland now. It's a silver Scion, no 28.
Go ahead.
311, it's taken off on me. Northbound Moreland. Reason for the stop is no plate, no 28.
What's your cross street?
Going westbound 994.
Copy westbound 994 from Moreland in pursuit, 532. Bravo 311 in pursuit.
311, A from speeds are 80. It's heading westbound 994. Lane 1. Reason for the stop is no 28. Silver Scion. Bravo 311. Be approaching Barker. Speeds 120. Lane 2.
Copy. Speeds 120. Lane 2.
Police reached speeds in excess of 120 miles per hour until Devon's vehicle was hit by a tire
Devon Bay
device.
Actually, two repos, two different addresses across this parking lot from each other. North 81, west 1 and 3230.
311, I think positive sticks. Continuing westbound still, speeds 90. Approaching Redford, lane 2.
Approaching Redford, lane 2, pass.
You got a lot of squad behind you.
I copy. 311, we're in lane 2 right now, speeds 95. I think you got the driver's side rear tire. Slowing down a little bit. 311, we're getting off on Redford right now.
Copy, exiting Redford.
It's going southbound Redford.
Copy, southbound Redford.
315, I can take over 14, southbound Redford.
Bravo 315, southbound Redford.
315 going back eastbound 94.
Copy, eastbound 94.
7, ABK 9437.
311, he's losing his tire right now. We're approaching Barker.
I copy.
315 going over to lane 3.
Throughout the pursuit, he continued to drive recklessly by cutting off other motorists and driving on the shoulder.
Oh, that's an extra citation.
At one point, Devon nearly struck an SUV on the shoulder.
Have that.
311 108 North City limits that pursuit. 315 is all over the road.
Stays set up east of Moreland 6.
Oh!
315 is in the emergency lane on the right. It's about 100.
Several more tire deflation devices were deployed successfully. However, he continued to flee.
No going. Oh no.
I can just That's the second time that 350 going all the way over to the right. Positive 6. Copy, positive 6. 315, lane 1. Approaching Sunny Slope. He's all over the road. Positive 6 again. Copy, positive 6 again. Well, 6 at 84. They have. Main speeds are 90. Then lane 1.
311, I got stuck, I'm out.
Copy, Bravo. Send the center away.
Eventually, Devon lost control of his vehicle while trying to make a left turn and crashed into a curb. He then fled on foot as his passenger stayed in the vehicle.
Northbound 35th. Cap. Approved. 1050, 1050, foot bail. 1 male. He's running back.
Oh, wait, what?
Cap. Approved.
He stops.
1050, 1050, foot bail.
And why did he make that U-turn?
He's running back. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get the on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen.
Hands out. Give me your hands. Give me your hands right now. Give me your hands.
That's gone?
Yeah.
He told me to take over
Shut
the
up.
wheel.
Shut up.
He just told me to
Shut your mouth. Right now.
Got one female off the ramp.
How many more?
Got one in the car.
One in the car? Alright. Sam, why don't you go over there with him? He'll stay with me. We're 20.
what? I got you.
You stay with me.
I got you.
Go to Roger.
Copy, Causeway, 6 runner.
Hey, sir. Exit the vehicle slowly. Hands up. I'll come by you. He's good.
Oh, I didn't even realize there was a passenger inside.
Hands up. Move back towards me. Move. Turn away from my voice. Turn around. Move backwards. I got cuffs. Move. Stop. Drop to your knees. Hands on your head. Stay there. Bring your hands back. Is there anybody else in the vehicle? No. You two? Got it. 26 with the passenger. We're going to clear the car. Stand up. Come back here.
Hey, look, if the passenger doesn't have anything on him, he could just simply say, hey, man, I was just along for the ride. Not me. I had nothing to do with it. So, if he has nothing on him, it's all on the driver.
I see him here. Hey, so other guys good? Yeah. We're good. I already told them that we got him.
You kicked me in my face, bro. Nice move. What's your badge number?
Really?
What's your badge number, bro? You just kicked me in my face.
Shut up. Shut up.
You ain't no shut up. Who you talking to?
Talking to you.
Oh, man. You
Hold on. We're not gonna.
What's your badge number, bro? What's your name, sir, on my back, right here? What's your name, bro?
Hold on, please.
What's your name, sir, on my back, bro?
Sir, you're gonna get all the information you need. Just need to cooperate right now.
I know this guy's name.
All right, you will.
Can I know his name, bro?
You will.
You kicked me in my face on purpose, bro.
All right. Well, we're gonna roll him to me. So we're gonna search his left side. Yep. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, tell me which way to roll. You can't tell.
All right. My bad. All right. My bad. I'll tell you next time. All right.
What you mad? Your feet ain't, man. What the bro?
Everyone
You kicked me in my face, bro.
Slow down. Door's clear.
I don't feel anything here.
I don't feel anything.
Okay, sir. Now we're gonna roll you onto your left side.
Pick me up, man.
No, we're gonna roll you on your left side. So we're searching you.
Left side.
Towards
Which way?
me. That way.
Point
Your
that
left
way.
side. Yep.
Can
Towards
you
me.
point that way? Damn, man.
Just relax, man. That's all right.
Yeah, he
Okay.
kicked me in my face, bro.
All right.
Relax, man.
So
You kicked me in my face, bro, honey.
You good,
Why you
man?
kicked
Come
me
on.
in my face, bro?
All right.
Come on,
Hold on.
Did I hurt anybody?
So here's what we're gonna do. We want you to stand up.
Nobody. He told me to
Bring
take
your
the
knees
wheel
up.
right
Perfect.
there.
Sit on this curb right here.
Hey,
We're gonna.
Yes, I am.
Sit on this curb right here.
Wait, man. Wait,
Just
hold
sit
on,
on this curb. We want you to get you sitting up.
Bro.
You want an ambulance?
Yes.
We're pulling you up. We want you to sit up.
Bro, I need my asthma pump.
Okay, but we don't have that with us. You just want to lay right there? You can lay right there.
What's your medical complaint? I got one lung, man. My chest.
Chest pain?
Right here.
What?
Scraping on
The ambulance needs to know what's wrong.
My heart feel like he's scraping a race.
His heart? It's probably his adrenaline, but whatever.
I mean, like it's
14, he's complaining on chest pain. He's conscious and breathing.
Can you stay with them, or Sam? Can you stay with them? I just want to go check with them guys.
I just lost my...
Can you just stay with them? I'm gonna go check with my other guys. All right? I got you. We cut that off, and we just haven't searched it yet. Okay. Other than that, he's been frisked for weapons. That's why I saw him round that corner, jump down those bushes, so I wanted to check that area, but we can get to that later.
I lost my camera mount.
I got it here for you, bud.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we just need, do we have a squad around here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you guys take it from here?
33.
Sam, can you take it from here? Okay.
Lost my mount, so I have to go like this now. Sharif, can you stand up so we can do a search?
I don't know, man, because the pain on my stomach from that thing, then my heart count is out of control.
All right, what if I help you stand up? We have an ambulance coming, he'll check you out, all right? Everyone runs for a reason, you know?
I don't got nothing on me, bro. I ain't run from nobody. I told you I took the wheel for somebody that was losing their mind. Said, I'm finna shoot you if you don't. I'm like, I ain't even do shit, but get out.
Who is that guy?
I don't know. Who you talking about who I was with?
Yeah.
That's my uncle.
Like a real uncle?
My blood uncle. I didn't even see out my right eye like that, bro.
You
I'm
ran,
trying to
dude.
Look at you.
You could have got out and been like, all right, I give up.
Because he cocked his gun and said he gonna shoot. All I heard was a gun cock. I ain't want to get shot. I'm getting out the way.
You can't run, though. That's not...
I ain't want to get shot, bro. I'm getting out the way. Anywhere a cop car running, gonna run you over and shoot at you, I'm getting out the way.
Let's go have a seat.
I ain't doing nothing wrong to nobody, man.
Let's go. We're going to have a seat.
I didn't do nothing wrong to nobody, but other than a 120 mile an hour police chase. But sure.
In this squad.
My ankle, bro. I'm glad you have a seat. Somebody help.
Let's go. You can walk. You ran, so you can walk.
Until I got landed on.
You're fine. Come on.
Until I got landed on.
Let's go.
Alone, man. My ankle.
Oh, for God's sake! Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
I'm telling you, my ankle, bro.
Let's go.
I can't walk on this ankle.
Then hop on that other leg.
I'm trying to. If you let me, I'm trying to be reasonable with you. You forcing.
We're trying. He's got a bad ankle. And if you want to come to us, that'd probably be easier. By the time we get there, it might be morning. What's that?
I mean, I don't know about you, but from what I saw, he got out of the car, ran around the front of the car, back to the back, and then it was only until he knew he was caught that he decided to go down with the cops. There was no freaking trip up that I saw, but what do I know?
Why you seeing my eye like that, bro? I can't even go on my eye.
Can you give me my mount? This is not working. There was nothing in his hands when he was running. He had like a satchel.
I guess the guy does not have it with him, or is that
He has a satchel, nothing's in it. We got him right when he came out, and he did not have anything in his hands. And we had visual on him like the whole time.
A delay of game tactic.
He just turned the corner here and realized, oh shit, and then we took him down right there.
Man, motherfucker didn't even exit off the highway for 3 seconds, and you motherfucker jump off the island right on the motherfucker for nothing. I said, what are you on you for?
I just searched him.
Oh, you did? Okay. That one driving.
I don't know, did he crash or?
Yeah, I think he crashed.
Oh, now he's talking a lot. He claims that he switched and took over driving during the pursuit. So that guy didn't get in trouble then.
What? What? The passenger and the driver switched seats in the middle of a 100-mile-an-hour pursuit? What? All right, bro. All right.
That guy's really talking though. Adam Paul Union 4600. He thinks it was a sting. He thinks it was a sting, like we were sitting waiting for him.
I could have rolled over a motherfucker, did anything, but I chose to take over the wheel position to get in. Oh, late. No, I get it where I go. I don't need it right here, man. Just go, bro. I just want to go, man. You don't want to see the fire? No, no. I suffer from anxiety. I need my man. Now doesn't want to see them.
And now he doesn't want the EMTs to check him out. Shocker.
He wanted you guys about 10 minutes ago.
They wouldn't let me get it when I asked for it.
All right.
Stand up out of here. Let me not stand heavily on my right ankle, bro.
I searched him, yeah.
All this just because, he get on papers in 30 days. Yeah, I know. We're going to try everything in our mother.
You don't even know who he is.
Let me go, man. I'm getting in the car, man. Let me Bro, I'm getting in the car. I sat down. Let me get in. How you going to force me in if I'm hurt?
Bro, you said you got a bad ankle.
Too aggressive. You must be the
yeah, remember when he said he had a bad ankle? He just casually got up and
about 10 minutes ago.
Walked in.
They wouldn't let me get it when I asked for it.
All right.
Stand up out of here. Let me not stand heavily on my right ankle, bro.
I searched him, yeah.
Man.
Just because, he get on papers in 30 days.
Not much limping there.
Yeah, I know. We're going to try everything in our mother.
You don't even know who he is.
Let me go, man. I'm getting in the car, man. Let me Bro, I'm getting in the car. I sat down. Let me get in. How you going to force me in if I'm hurt?
Bro, you said you got a bad ankle.
Too aggressive. You must be the one with the little dick.
Hey, Vera.
That's me. That's actually me.
While he was at the hospital, he complained of ankle pain. His right shoe was removed when a bag full of marijuana fell out.
Come on. No.
That's me. That's actually me.
While he was at the hospital, he complained of ankle pain. His right shoe was removed when a bag full of marijuana fell out. He claimed it must have stuck to the bottom of his shoe when he was running.
Must have. It must have stuck to the bottom of his shoe. Yo, come on, man.
His passenger was allegedly his uncle, who tried to convince Devon to pull over during the pursuit. Devon was charged with felony counts of vehicle fleeing, eluding an officer, first-degree recklessly endangering safety, ×3, possession of THC. Second offense, and misdemeanor resisting obstructing an officer. His cash bond was set at $25,000. Head over to codebluecam.com and check out our great selection of quality-made merch that won't disappoint.
He just stepped on it while he was running. Yep. Totally. Nailed it. All right, guys. I'm going to call it here. We're done. I want to thank you guys for sticking around, watching with me. Thank all of you. Hey! Brad Asolas, thank you for the $20 tip. Thank you very much, Brad. I appreciate it. I seriously appreciate your generosity. Very, very much so. It's definitely appreciated. Thank you, all of you who have supported me. All of you guys with the super chats. All of you guys who joined me from Nat stream. Welcome. Please hit that like button. Please join my Discord. As always, hitting the like button really helps the stream. And I want to thank you guys again. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you again. I appreciate y'all's patience with the late start time. But you know, we had to take care of business with Natalie. But adios, guys. Thank you again.